Avni Bansal, Congress spokesperson, is also joining us live on the broadcast. Avni Bansal, firstly, what do you believe are the factors that have gone wrong for your political party, and also how do you respond, to Jairam Thakur and others who we just spoke to, who say that why does the Congress insist on blaming the Election Commission every time? They need to respect the mandate of the people and accept it.
Yeah, thank you so much for your question. See, I think we are oversimplifying the debate by saying let's just accept the mandate. The fact that whichever party ever is in opposition needs to do better, do more introspection, I think that now is a given. I don't think anybody can sort of disagree from that. But after years of abysmal governance in Bihar, with bridges collapsing, unemployment soaring, with scams like Srijan and BPSC hitting people's trust in the government at a rock bottom level, the JDU and the BJP, if they think that their landslide victory is credible, to my mind, they cannot be farther from the truth. Okay, in my head, the answer is very clear. This is a case of A, mass disenfranchisement, and 2, it's completely curated to the BJP's need. Now, of course, this claim was made by Rahul Gandhi ji before the Bihar election results came out and not after it. And second, he gave enough evidence which is yet to be rebutted by the Election Commission of India. I just have one question to put in front of you, which is, please show me one other democratic country in the world, a country which even calls itself a democracy on paper, and show me one political party in that country which gets the numbers as right as BJP manages to do in India. Now, if you want me to believe, like everybody else is doing here, that Modi ji is some main Mahan Bhagwan, Neta hain, logo ke dilon pe raj karte hain, I am sorry, I am educated enough, I am not going to buy that simplistic narrative. And the second point, show me another democratic country where the body which conducts elections has been put under so much scrutiny and manages to be in power without the change of the person at the helm of affairs, without any questions being asked.
But Avni, Bansal, at the end of the day, you had a chance. You had a chance to go to the Election Commission and officially complain to them on a host of issues. They said you didn't. When the SIR roll was published, if there was disenfranchisement done, with evidence, you could have gone to them, or you could have even gone to the court. The Supreme Court did accept the argument of some of the petitioners and make Aadhaar card compulsory for the SIR exercise as well. So that is something that the court has ordered. But if there was any other evidence of fraud or disenfranchisement as you're claiming, why didn't you present that evidence earlier instead of now claiming it after the result has come out? Because it makes your party look like a sore loser.
Let me at least respond to your question. The first thing is, there is a word in English called systemic capture. What we are seeing in India will not be understood by having these simplistic TV debates. When there is a systemic capture or an institutional capture, as we call it, there are difficulties because it's not that evidence wasn't produced. In fact, the evidence was produced at the very highest level. When Rahul Gandhi ji, who is the face of the opposition,
no, by doing a press conference, that is not producing evidence. It needs to be submitted to the competent authorities. If you have a problem with TV debates, then the press conferences are the same. Holding a press conference is not a evidence gathering exercise or evidence production exercise.
That press conference, there were concrete evidence given and shared. Has the Election Commission of India answered a single claim so far?
But if a few of them,
if a single question was raised,
they've held press conferences.
Even if it were correct,
they've held press conferences.
Would give answers in the public domain.
They've held press conferences. They've held press conferences to counter your claims. Yes, the CEC has held press conferences.
But the question about what about 5 lakh duplicate voters? Do we have any answer?
Okay. Also, Avni Bansal, now as far as the another point that Jairam Thakur made earlier, another point that Jairam Thakur of the BJP made earlier, the former Himachal Pradesh CM, he said when he lost power, he was the CM earlier in Himachal. Now Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, your party's CM, is in power. He said when he lost the election, he accepted the mandate. And he said, we will introspect and I resign on moral grounds and good luck to the new party that's coming in. He is questioning why you don't do the same. Did you blame the EC when you won Himachal Pradesh? Or today too, you won a by-poll in Rajasthan The Anta seat has been won by the Congress party. It's the same EC that conducted that election.
Can I respond to that question?
Please.
Can you hear? Yes. Please understand that the so-called Chanakya sitting in the BJP are not stupid enough to ensure that every single election, individual or collective, state by state and Lok Sabha, they win it all. In fact, I will add to your question. Nobody is asking in any TV debate, what explains this sudden strike rate of Chirag Paswan? Please tell me what is this magic mantra that Chirag Paswan did?
Well, he's obviously doing a good job through his campaigns.
My question is, can you not
That's
see
connecting eyes with the voter.
So 1 second. People watching this debate can see that there is a very convenient, curated script that is being written in behind closed doors to ensure that questions like these can immediately be asked. Now, one has to also appreciate that the opposition is in a place where we can't say that because there is election commission is being biased, because there is vote chori happening, we will not participate in election, because we will have to fight on ground. Now, that fighting is a longer fight. That is to save the democracy of the country. It's not being...
No, but you're not on 0 seats.
And for
you're not on zero seats.
Spokesperson, this is what I have to say. We will keep fighting. Satya परेशान हो सकता है.
You will keep fighting. You will keep fighting.
You can please keep stealing election after election.
But Avni Bansal, okay, I'll get the others to respond to you. I'll get the others to respond to you in a second. But Avni Bansal, is this concerning for your party that you're down to 2 seats? You're, as of now, as we speak, even after the Rashtriya Lok Morcha and the Hindustan Awami Morcha and the AIMIM, you're down to 2 seats. Do you believe serious introspection is needed for the Congress party? Avni Bansal, that question is for you before I get in the others. Don't you agree that serious introspection is needed for your party? You're down to 2 seats. You're even behind the RLM, HAM and AIMIM, and they contested on far less seats than you.
सर, प्रजातंत्र में इंट्रोस्पेक्शन सबको करना चाहिए और हमेशा करना चाहिए, जीतने वाले को भी और हारने वाले को भी. कांग्रेस इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करेगी, इसमें कोई सवाल नहीं है, लेकिन ये जो मैंडेट आया है हमें नहीं लगता.
Okay, Mukesh Tyagi of the BJP, how do you react to that? Avni Bansal is saying the BJP needs introspection. The BJP is sitting on 95 seats and the NDA is back with an even better showing than last time around. But you need the introspection. The Congress is down to 2 seats. The RJD is down to 24 seats, but they don't need introspection is what they say. Mukesh Tyagi.
सर, आपने मेरे को आंसर नहीं देने दिया.
Mukesh Tyagi of the BJP. Avni Bansal, you've answered 4 questions. Mukesh Tyagi of the BJP has not even answered 1 question. Mukesh Tyagi of the BJP, go ahead.
Avni should stop heckling me now. I think it should.
मुकेश त्यागी जी पे नहीं आ रही हूँ. अभी मैं
No. He has asked me. Anchor is anchoring the show. You are not anchoring the show. What is this nonsense of me? What is this nonsense?
आप सवाल पूछने तो जवाब भी
you are interrupting.
आपको सवाल भी आपको पूछना, जवाब भी आपको देना है.
Anchor is handling the show. You are not handling the show.
आपको करना है तो कांग्रेस को बुला क्यों रहे हैं?
You have exhausted all your.
Sir, I am not speaking to you. I have no debate.
You have no business.
You are fighting with me.
Anchor has asked me. You have no business to interrupt.
Sir, I have not even responded to you. मैं ये बोल रही हूँ कि मेरे से सवाल किया गया तो आप जवाब दीजिए. यदि आपको बीजेपी
अवनी बंसल आपने कितने सवालों का जवाब अभी दिया है और मुकेश त्यागी ने कितने सवालों का जवाब दिया है? आपने 5 सवाल बैक टू बैक दिया है. अगर आप आई हैं यहाँ मोनोलॉग के लिए तो ये मोनोलॉग शो नहीं है, ये एक डिबेट शो है. ये एक डिबेट शो है. मुकेश त्यागी now needs to be allowed to speak. Mukesh Tyagi of the BJP. I'll come back to you. Avni Bansal. You've just answered 5 questions back to back. At least allow him to answer 1. I'll come back to you. Mukesh Tyagi of the BJP. Mukesh Tyagi of the BJP, the floor is yours.
Will you mute her, please? I would request to them.
No, I don't mute anyone. I don't mute anyone on my program. That's not how I conduct the show. I've allowed her back to back. I've allowed her back to back 5 questions. I've allowed her back to back 5 answers and 5 questions, but she still feels that it's too less time. Then I can't help that. Yes, Mukesh Tyagi.
Udayan, on record, I've seen your debate many times. You have given her maximum possible time.
Yes, please go ahead.
मैं आपकी डिबेट पे पहली बार आ रही हूँ. आपने मुझे कभी मेरी डिबेट पे पहली बार
देखी. No, not you, but I'm talking comparatively. Please don't interrupt and don't heckle. Please don't display your uncivil behavior right now on the debate.
Do not call me uncivil. I know what civility is.
Absolutely uncivil.
So please don't make any personal remarks.
You are trying to give
to the point. Gloat in your victory, but don't make any personal remarks.
The Congress spokesperson is trying to, despite the fact she is completely decimated in Bihar election, still they are not able to see the mirror, and this is what is called the complete irony. These people have refused to get into their own introspection. Get in a bad worksmen quarrel with their tools. They're exactly quarreling with their tools. They're trying to do something. Rahul Gandhi, let me tell you, is singularly responsible for this decimation in Bihar, because he was saying, I'll drop atom bomb, hydrogen bomb, and he did not follow any constitutional protocol. He did not submit affidavit. He did not go to the court. He preferred to go to the press conferences and talked about hydrogen bomb. Very high decibel presentation. I mean, it was completely nonsense, and they could not establish their claim. Like EV, they had demonstration in London. Kapil Sibal went there. They tried to create a big hallagulla. They play sensational politics, whether it's the Constitution of India, whether it's the Jati Jangarna, whether it's a EV, or it's a SIR. Everything has gone completely bust like a damp squib. So this is Rahul Gandhi's performance graph. And then you are defending. Look at Nitish Kumar. Uday, I'm not trying to say being a BJP. Look at his governance. I mean, he was there for, 2000 onwards. I think he'll be one of the longest serving chief ministers in the history of India. But his governance has been clean. There is no allegation of corruption, in contrast to Jungle Raj. How the fodder scam happened, that is a complete.
Yes. What are the factors? Yuvraj Pokharna, come in here. Yuvraj Pokharna, what are the factors? No, Mr. Tagya, I got your point. I want to quickly get in the others, and then I'll come back for responses. Yuvraj Pokharna, author and columnist, is also with us. Yuvraj Pokharna, what are the factors that have worked, and what are the factors that have not worked? Do you believe the campaign rhetoric of Jungle Raj has worked? Do you believe this was a pro-incumbency vote rather than an anti-incumbency vote? Do you believe slogans like vote chori have not worked on the part of the opposition? What has worked and what has not worked? What's your analysis, Yuvraj?
Uday, if we carefully read this entire election campaign trail, it was completely a wave election, and we are heading towards a landslide victory for the NDA. So NDA was very much clear with regards to 4N. NDA had and NDA has Niti, Niyat, Narendra and Nitish. So, and plus the allies. And the master strategist was Amit Shah. He was so carefully crafting the alliance that he knew back in 2020, where on 38 seats where JDU lost, and the losing margin was lesser than what the votes pulled by Chirag Paswan. Because everybody was shrieking कि चिराग को इतना सीट क्यों दिया, इतना स्पेस क्यों दिया जा रहा है. It was Amit Shah who carefully crafted his alliance, and he knew Chirag could have created a huge dent. So it was a very carefully crafted trail by Amit Shah ji, and Tejashwi and Rahul Gandhi are clearly decried and rejected by the youth, because there was a resonance from some quarters that the youth is with Tejashwi, and Tejashwi is very popular among youth. It is completely a shallow argument now. So it is very clear whether it is Mahila, Yuva, SCs, OBCs or the upper caste. Everybody gave a thumping majority to NDA, and last in few seconds, because the jungle cry, the war cry of jungle cry that BJP, the NDA brought in the table, it found resonance, not just with the old age voters, but with the youth voters. I'll tell you how. Back in 2005, when the first reign of Nitish Kumar came, he started with giving school bags, uniforms, cycles, and from so on and so forth, till today, 10,000 in a Mahila's account.
Yes.
So people have seen, people have seen
the old MY, the old MY Radhalakshmi Joshi, political analyst, let me rope you in here as well. The old MY used to be Muslim Yadav combination. That was looked at as a winnable combination for certain political parties. That's got replaced now by the new MY. That's the Mahila and the Yuva. Now, the youth was wooed by Tejashwi Yadav. You know, there was promises of jobs and employment, and a lot of that, of course, in the Mahagathbandhan's manifesto. That has not worked. There was also similar promises also on the issue of examination paper leaks for students and others offered by Prashant Kishore of the Jan Swaraj as well. That has also not worked with the youth. Do you believe it's this MY combination, the Mahila and Yuva, that has proved to be a game changer for the NDA as well? Radlakshmi?
Yes, definitely, Uday. This new MY factor has definitely replaced the old Muslim and Yadav combination that used to probably work especially in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. So this has been completely replaced by this Mahila factor and the Yuva factor. And also remember that in the Yuva factor also there is the 50% of the young girls. So again, they also are influenced by the Mahila factor. So just imagine that for the Mahila, especially, this thing about the Jungle Raj is a huge factor. That is something that they just cannot forget. So that is something where not just the Mahila, actually, even anybody could not step out of the houses after 6 p.m., after 7 p.m. Just imagine the scenario. And especially women, their lives were completely devastated. So they were in complete dehshat, as you would call it. So now today, what Nitish Kumar has done is, right from his first term, he has actually empowered them, and he has made sure that the law and order was restored. So he actually made something called as an auxiliary force, a special auxiliary force, wherein he recruited people who were retired police officers, senior police officers, and he made sure that law and order is restored. That is the very first thing that he did. So after that, what happens is, then he has empowered the young schoolgirls so that they are educated, and then he has also created these schemes of Jivika Didis, and he has made sure that all these Jivika Didis, drone Didis, all these factors. Now this latest factor is about the Mukhyamantri Rozgar Yojana. So all of this together, the women, especially there, are empowered. They're not only able to move around freely, they're empowered. So that is a huge factor. And even though the Yuva today, they may never have witnessed a Jungle Raj, the family obviously will tell them what it was. And now to add to it, Prashant Kishore has been asking all these uncomfortable questions about Mr. Tejashwi Yadav. And so all of that completely was, all the so-called, he spoke about so many jobs, but then people cannot forget the land for jobs.
Okay, let me respond to, let me get Avni Bansal to respond to you as well. I believe Dr. Pandey of the JDU has also joined us back. Dr. Pandey, I tried to get you in earlier. I don't think you were there with us, but I'll come to you in a second. Avni Bansal of the Congress, please respond now. You've heard what the BJP has to say and the other two analysts as well. Your response on the factors that have worked for the NDA and the factors that didn't for your party.
See, it is easy to, attribute multiple factors successfully to the winning party. All right. Every time the BJP and the NDA, they have a massive victory in any election, it's easier to say, they did this right, and did this right. And it's very simple to say Congress, or for that matter, the Mahagathbandhan did everything wrong. That's a super simplistic narrative. What we're seeing here in this debate, I'm standing here for the Congress party, all the other voices that we are hearing see that, the NDA seems to have done everything right. I think there's a larger systemic setup, which is oversimplification of the issues. As far as the women voters are concerned, what I'm happy about is that state after state, women are emerging as a vote bank. I do not at all believe in this theory about Jungle Raj. Yes, you get 10,000 rupees right before elections. That works in your favor. That's worked state after state. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court has not stepped in on this matter of freebies. So that is one debate. Women are, but also asking the other question, which is as far as women's security is concerned, I am not seeing any effective things being done on ground. On the question of the youth, now unemployment remains one of the largest factor. In Bihar also, all the people who were on ground, we were hearing from them, rally after rally, unemployment rose as the number one problem. Why was it then that, there was no vote around it, which again gives me reasons to believe that, all of this is very conveniently curated. We know that in terms of the facts, 23 lakh women, their names were removed from the voter list, and most of these were from Muslims and the Dalit community. I am not speaking this. We have facts and data available for this. So what you are seeing, this entire SIR exercise exercise that's happening across the state is, the BJP spokesperson said that the Congress spokesperson is now sort of, giving up all of these excuses. Or that Rahul Gandhi ji, I was in a previous debate and it's being said that, oh, Rahul Gandhi ji came and, exposed this entire lie because, he wanted to shield himself. I am saying that with the connivance of the Election Commission, you are conducting the entire SERP process in a way that you have decided the results of every election even before they are fought. It may take us time. Initially, we had a feeling. Before Bihar elections, we gave credible proof. As far as fighting this...
No, but how does that explain then elections where you win? Like Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh, Telangana, today in the bypolls as well, other bypolls as well.
If I may step in.
To be honest to your question, it is true that we don't have a full-fledged 101% explanation, and the reason we don't have it is because we are still figuring out this entire systemic failure, this entire connivance of Election Commission. But I'm saying there is enough proof for this to be investigated, and the fact that investigation
if I may step in,
is raising questions on accountability.
Yes, I would have lent some credibility to Mr. Rahul Gandhi ji. But the problem is, it is completely hypothetical conjecture of his, or I mean, what kind of hallucination is Congress living in? If I see the 2023 Telangana polls, just ahead of polls, 22 lakh voters were deleted from the electoral roll. And guess who won the elections? We all know it was the Congress. So, I mean, you cannot shoot the messenger, you cannot day in and day out abuse.
Okay, Dr. Pandey, let me draw you in here now. Dr. Pandey of the JDU. Dr. Pandey of the JDU, what has led to this, stupendous victory for your party? Were your party's internal reports also suggesting this, or are you pleasantly surprised at the margin of your win, Madhurendra Pandey? And also, is it but certain Nitish Kumar will be back? He will be CM once again. Are we going to look at more deputy CM? What's the formula, Madhurendra Pandey, of government formation now? Dr. Pandey, can you hear me?
सर, हमने हिंदी में बात कीजिए, हिंदी में उन्होंने कहा था।
जी जी, जवाब दीजिए
काइंडली।
आप हिंदी में बोल सकते हैं।
जी जी, आप क्वेश्चन कीजिए हिंदी में।
मेरा सवाल यही था आपसे डॉक्टर पांडे, अगर आप सुन पा रहे थे तो मैं आपसे यही पूछ रहा था कि जो ये मार्जिन ऑफ विक्ट्री आपको मिला है आज, ये क्या आपके इंटरनल सर्वेस के हिसाब से था, या आप भी आश्चर्यचकित हो गए ये आंकड़े देखकर, क्योंकि बहुत ही ज्यादा बहुमत से एनडीए की वापसी हो रही है बिहार में, और क्या ये अब गिवन है कि नीतीश कुमार ही दोबारा मुख्यमंत्री बनेंगे, या फिर इसमें कुछ संदेह होना चाहिए?
बिल्कुल नहीं। माननीय मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी के जो 2 दशक का कालखंड में जो उन्होंने बिहार के लिए कार्य किया है अपने कालखंड में, और जो उनको बिहार मिला था और उससे जो बदलने का काम किया है, दशा और दिशा जो बदलने का काम किया है बिहार में, और जनता की जो जन आकांक्षाओं को पूरा करने का जो उन्होंने कार्यक्रम और योजनाओं के तहत काम किया है, उसको देखते हुए बिहार की जनता ने माननीय मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार पर ही भरोसा जताया है, उनके सुशासन पर, उनके विकास पर। और उसी का परिणाम है कि एनडीए की जो चट्टानी एकता है, उस चट्टानी एकता के साथ बिहार की जनता ने भी मन बना ली थी कि नीतीश कुमार जी को ही मुख्यमंत्री पुनः बनाना है। और उसी का परिणाम है कि यह जो प्रतिफल मिला है चुनाव में, जो अभूतपूर्व सफलता इसको कह सकते हैं, यह बिहार की जनता का दिया हुआ परिणाम है। और माननीय मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार और केंद्र भारत के प्रधानमंत्री माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी का जो डबल इंजन की सरकार के हैं, उसके द्वारा जो बिहार को गति मिल रही है विकसित बिहार बनाने के लिए, उसी का
ये सारे जो लांछन लगाए गए थे, चाहे वो नीतीश कुमार के स्वास्थ्य को लेकर हो या फिर आपकी एंटी इनकम्बेंसी हो या फिर विफलताएं हो, जो लांछन लगाए गए थे, आपको लगता है वो सारे निराधार साबित हो गए हैं इस बहुमत से?
सर एक माननीय मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी ने, आप देखे होंगे कि जाड़ा हो, गर्मी हो, बरसात हो या कोई भी महीना हो, उन्होंने हमेशा बिहार में दौरा किया, चाहे कड़ाके की ठंड हो, लू हो, बरसात हो, कोई सभी कार्यक्रम में बरसात होते हुए उन्होंने पानी में छाते लेकर के उन्होंने योजनाओं को देखने का काम किया। अगर उनका सेहत पर कोई असर रहता तो उन्होंने यात्रा नहीं करते, प्रगति की यात्रा नहीं करते, या किसी तरह की कोई योजना और कार्यक्रम का निरीक्षण नहीं करते। तो यह सब सिर्फ अफवाह था और इसमें नेता प्रतिपक्ष तेजस्वी प्रसाद यादव जो जनता के बीच में भ्रम फैलाना चाह रहे थे, उनको लोग जान गया कि राहुल गांधी और तेजस्वी यादव को जो मिली हुई है विरासत में सियासत, और ये लोग जो जिन पर जो आरोप है 420 का, नेशनल हेराल्ड का, IRCTC घोटाला में, लैंड फॉर जॉब मामले में, और
Do you
15
believe that
वर्षों
is
के
also
कार्यकाल
something
में
that has cost you, Avni Bansal? You know, the charges of Jungle Raj. You know, people in Bihar still remember that that time when the crime rate used to be at an all-time high, when there used to be kidnappings, robberies, murders. There is also, of course, the the fodder scam allegations. There are land for job. Also, the National Herald case is what the JDU spokesperson is referring to. Do you believe corruption taint in Jungle Raj has also cost your party an alliance?
Sir, as far as Jungle Raj is concerned, I think what has happened in the past is one question. There was a lot of narrative that the NDA tried and built around it, that is for sure. But the question is also really, if we just keep our political hats away for a second and think from the perspective of the women of Bihar, please ask ourselves an honest question. Do we really think that Bihar is safe for women today? Do we really think that this claim from the BJP that under their rule, under the NDA rule, all the 100% electrification has taken place? Do we actually think that Vikas has taken place in Bihar? You and I go to Bihar on a single day and see what is the status of the roads. So what we are seeing, I think, is this narrative game
Mukesh
that
Tyagi.
the BJP has got very good at playing at, but their claims never match the stats as far
Mukesh
as
Tyagi.
Then what I'm saying is, I mean, whatever it is, the democratic litmus test is the ultimate litmus test for the performance of any, and look at the pro-incumbency, which is a very surprising alteration into the political behavior of voters. I mean, Nitish Kumar has been there for last 20 years, and he's still enjoying the pro-incumbency. In parliamentary election, we did a poor performance in comparison to 2019 election in 2024. Even in the other elections, we did bad, but now our graph is ascending. What is the reason for that? It is the clean governance, no allegation of any scam, electricity to the household, road connectivity. Look at the kind of massive investment which has been done in the road infrastructure in Bihar is absolutely exemplary. Women given cycle, security, what used to happen, it was a factory of kidnapping in Lalu Prasad Yadav's time. They were absolutely indulging into the corruption. I think what you
Okay.